Okay, so the last 3 episodes of Marvel's Ironheart has been out for quite some time, and I wanted to give my thoughts on them. Now I have to admit this video did take a bit longer than expected because I've been so conflicted on whether or not I actually like these last 3 episodes or not. But after giving some time to think about it, I have my thoughts on them. I'm gonna tell you what I thought was good and what I thought was bad. But I'm also gonna tell you what I don't agree with, but I do understand why they made that choice. But let's get into it. So first of all, I have to say the big surprise that everybody has been waiting for the longest time as a Marvel fan was the reveal of Mephisto. Yes, it finally happened. We have Mephisto in the MCU. For everybody that's been theorizing about it since WandaVision, they finally have the validation now. And I have to say, he looks great. Casting Sacha Baron Cohen to play Mephisto was the right choice. He has quite a bit of charm when he plays Mephisto. And he also does this thing where he changes his accent every now and again just to switch it up a bit, which I do quite enjoy. Another thing I have to give praise for is Riri's final suit design. I have to say it's the best suit that we've gone for Riri ever since she appeared in the MCU. Now I know a lot of people still don't agree with this bulky design of hers, because in the comics she has quite a slim look for her iron suits, similar to how Tony Stark saw. But in my opinion, I think it's a good thing because it gives a nice separation between her suits and Tony's suit. And the fact that she incorporated magic into her suit is definitely a nice bonus. And now speaking of magic, something I'm glad they did in these final episodes was introduce the character of Zelma. We come to find out that she's actually a mage and one day wants to work at Kamar-Taj and looks up to the likes of Doctor Strange. And to me, the nice thing about Zelma is that she's kind of like the magic version of Riri, if you think about it. Both are young, independent girls that had to fight for what they had and work for what they got. And they both want to reach the levels of who they look up to, with Riri being Iron Man and Zelma being Doctor Strange. And I'm very interested to where we're gonna go with this new character. And the first thing I didn't agree with in these last 2 episodes was the reveal of the Hood's motives. Now when they first revealed the Hood to us, I was quite intrigued by his character. And I still am to a degree. But just to find out that he's basically just a nepo baby that just wanted money and power to prove his daddy wrong, it does kind of take away from his character. Especially since the Hood in the comics has a lot more going for him than just that. And I know this is nothing new, making changes compared to your comic book counterpart, but I feel like this is a change that I don't really agree with. And now onto something that initially I didn't really agree with, but now I understand why they did it. Is Riri making a deal with Mephisto and selling a soul in order to bring back her dead friend Natalie. Now when we found out that she lost her best friend Natalie and her stepfather, we all thought the show was going to be about her dealing with this trauma and learning how to overcome it. But just to find out in the last 3 episodes that she learned nothing and basically took 10 steps backwards in dealing with this death, does kind of leave a sour taste in my mouth, if I'm being honest. But the more I thought about it, the more I think it goes back to what I initially said about the show. It's basically just emphasizing that Riri's hero journey is not going to be easy at all. She's a kid and she's gonna make bad choices for herself. And this is just one of the bad choices that she's gonna make for herself now. And as much as I don't agree with this choice, I do understand why they did it. And